Hey, it's Ashley with Moderno Construction Management here with my brother Jake, and we're here at this property today getting ready to close on this beautiful home for incredible clients. When they came to us initially, I had just sat with them for a long time and talked about the home design and also the perfect land, the perfect lot to put this home on. And so we did some searching around and I just said, what's so important to you? And they said, we want something that has sunshine in the front and we want something that's very private for a pool area in the back. And we came upon this property and it seemed so right, except it was actually slated for the home to go quite a bit closer to the road, right, Jake?
Yep.
So kind of chat through what that experience was like for us during that time.
Yeah, so through our land search with our clients, with our customers, we obviously get out and walk the lots. It's very important on these acreage pieces to kind of walk and get a feel for what the lay of the land is. This particular home, being that we're on acreage, has independent septic sites. And these septic sites were kind of hindering the ability to put the home in a spot that best fit the client. So even though we kind of look and see what that lot offers, you just can't always accept it for what it is. We have to keep digging into it. We have to keep opening up new pages to ask new questions to make sure it really fits the needs for the client the best.
It's interesting that you say that, Jake, because when we originally had come onto this property, they just assumed, oh, this is beautiful. It's nice and sunny in the front and we've got some great trees in the back. Excellent. Let's tie it with the bow and let's go. But in reality, where the home sits now, that's actually where the septic sites were set to go. Right? And so what was that like to maneuver through local municipalities to get that done?
Yeah, so through some survey work and some investigating through some septic design, we got the right people involved to answer the questions for us and help redesign the lot and reposition the septic sites, which aren't always very easy to do. So, find the right people for the right places to do the right things is very key in what we help people with. So bringing the right team to the field to really help people through that is what we did here. We're able to get a really good septic designer involved to find different areas to place the septics so we could position the home in the right spot to accomplish the needs for the client.
Yeah, a really neat thing about this property. So when you're looking at the property itself, it's very long and rectangular. And so the homes really sit in very tightly next to each other. And how you did the placement on this home, Jake, was fantastic. Not only did we have an L-shaped garage, which kind of kept the neighbor to the right kind of a little bit more hidden, we were really able to capture the tree line in the back as well and just secure the pool really nice in there. So it really took a very sunshiny lot and made it quite private just in how we orientated the house. So Jake, there's somebody that's just looking at a raw piece of land and they're wondering, where are my septic sites? How do I know where to build on it? I mean, what would you tell them?
Yeah, so when looking for a lot for a new home purchase and build, one of the first questions that we have to figure out is the septic layout, septic design, because that's really going to dictate where the home could be placed. We have limited areas in which a septic can be placed. It has to be on the same contour of the property, same contour lines and things like that. So, and it can't be in certain wetlands and setbacks.
So it's really soil dependent on where these can go, essentially, right?
Very soil dependent, very dependent on different setbacks in the property and things like that. So searching those out to begin with is very important. We always ask the question of how current the septic design has done. If we're coming to a lot that's maybe just for sale by owner or something like that, we want to make sure we have current septic designs done and perk tests. So when those perk tests are done, they're stating that the home can have the septic placed in these areas and they're suitable to build on. If they're not in the right spot, we can look to move these septic sites. We can usually spend anywhere from probably $500 to $800 to get a septic design redone and have a professional septic designer come out and relocate another area for these septics.
I always encourage my clients when they're looking at properties, maybe it's one that we have, maybe it's one that they've just found out on their own, but it's very important that when we get a parcel of property under contract and we're kind of maybe going through the motions of seeing if this works, it's very important to put a due diligence period of sorts in that contract so that you can really kind of peel back the layers and know what you're in for. It's very important to understand the septic design on that property and really get a survey as well. Those things are gonna tell you, is it buildable and what can I build on it? It'll give us some sort of a building pad of where we can build that house. And those are really good clues into, is this gonna be a good piece of land or not to build on? There was a situation not too long ago where someone got a really good deal on a property and they purchased it and then found us and said, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, look at this property and look at the price I paid for it. And I went, oh boy. And we looked a little deeper into it, and exactly as I thought, there was actually no room for septic on the property. And so ultimately they were able to get out of the contract, but it's just very important to protect yourself and know that not all land is created equal, and just to kind of maybe before we ink it, pause and just ask the right questions and get in alignment with someone that knows the right questions to ask is important.